Hey guys, so Intuitive Investor from StockTwits. So it's been about a month and change since our buddy Andrew Left made some allegations, some libelous remarks, some opinions that were unsubstantiated about Shopify. For all those that have been following through numerous boards through Alpha, StockTwits, or even Yahoo Finance, I think most of us have reached the conclusion that there really is no proof. Even though he had made a statement about a second report coming up just days after his initial attack, it never materialized. In fact, he then posted an update on his blog about how there were some definite pros to Shopify. And so today I wanted to touch on the psychology of the short seller, the psychology of how these statements can be considered stock manipulation. We've all heard of pump and dumps, bear raids, stock bashing, churning, but I wanted to highlight two of those. The first one that I wanted to highlight was stock bashing. Stock bashing is typically when somebody, it could be an analyst or whatever, makes a bad comment, a libelous remark, or even slanderous remark without proof. And that's something that Andrew Left did. He made an allegation, he made a comparison to someone else without proof. And so that in itself is libelous. He's in a position of power, obviously, because he has numerous followers. We have to accept that this world is filled with people that are either bears or bulls, people that short sell. And short sellers are betting that your stock goes down. So they're the people who don't clap when you do something successful. They're the people that hope you fail. They're the people that when you're playing craps and they're betting against you getting that number, those are the short sellers of the world. And so Andrew Left is one of those. And so had he exposed the truth with proof, I'd be all for it, because I'm all about the truth. I'm not about lies, I'm about the truth. And so when he bashed that stock, Shopify, without proof, that should have concerned a lot of people, because it's a libelous remark with no truth, with no proof. The reason why that became such a phenomenon and such a heavy response is not because there was truth, but because people who follow him then decided to ramp the effort, also known as a bear raid. And a bear raid is when there is heavy selling or short selling in response. And so it's almost identical to what had happened in Texas with Hurricane Harvey, as you know, hit Houston in the latter part of August. And so Andrew Left makes an allegation, and thousands of people react to his thousands of people react to his comment, and it almost gives people the impression that it was a truth, that what he was saying was true. Well, not necessarily so, and I'll give you the psychology behind that. Going back, Hurricane Harvey hit in the end of August in Houston, and so that's a fact. Great. So did you know that someone several hundred miles away, north in Dallas area, posted on one of those social apps that there was a shortage of gas? There was a shortage of gas. That's what they posted. And that post was then cross-posted and posted and shared. So now I'm dancing. Posted and shared over across numerous websites. Just think of, Instagram, Facebook, whatever that Nextdoor app is, whatever it's called. And so people bought into that, even though there was no proof. there were people that bought into that, who didn't know enough. And guess what they do? Everybody and their mothers scrambled to the gasoline stations, even though they didn't need gas, and filled up. And so guess what happens? Gas stations ran out of gas. Even though officials from the city of Dallas posted online and on TV about how there was no shortage, the overwhelming response of people responding in fear gave the community the impression that there was in fact a shortage, when in fact there wasn't. And so this is exactly what happened with Andrew Left. He made a comment. The citizens and the uninformed of the world responded, and they lowered the price because there was a substantial bear rate of selling and short selling, and it gave investors the impression that there was truth, that there was credence, that there was validity, whatever word you want to use, to Andrew Left's comment, when in fact there was no truth. And to this day, November 7th, there is no truth. And so, no shortage of gas, but everybody reacted, and then there was. And this is exactly the same thing. Shopify will bounce back. We released a very powerful earnings report. And so losers like Andrew Left and short sellers will move on to a different stock. And until he's outed by manipulating the stock market, he'll continue doing what he's doing. And the reason why this is important is because one day he's going to come after your stock. Yeah, he'll come after your stock. And so then you'll begin to understand, and you'll begin to listen, and you'll begin to understand why bringing this to light and his stock manipulation is important. So